Hi everyone. I thought I would take you with me today on just a little trip to the garden. I just felt like I needed some fresh air, just be outside. There's always little things to do, mess around in the garden. So you can see it's so dry out there right now. We had about 1.5 days of some really good rain, so that's going to really make the blackberries come out nice. So I have my bags here for produce, and I brought with me coffee in my thermos. I love this little thermos. This is the best thermos. It keeps things hot the whole entire day, like hot, not just a little hot. Really nice. And then I have a little trail mix and a granola bar. So that's usually an indication I plan on spending a lot of time here. I'm going to go get my chair set up in the garden and just have a little walk around and see what there is to see today. So there's a garden. Let's do something different today. Let's do a walk around the outside and just see what's going on the outside. You see the one spaghetti squash has come right outside the fence. It's got one squash on there. Let's move this ugly box out of the way. And this is the other fence. Again, we have squash growing outside the fence. It's funny that the sheep haven't eaten it. I guess they don't like the prickles on the vines. There's more squash there. There's another one down in there. Now there might be, there's another spaghetti squash vine here, going along there. And the bean was on here. The scarlet runner bean was coming up and along here. And I think there were some kids in the garden the other day. I think they might have eaten the beans. Oh, there's one. Let's see if I can find any more. Nope, I don't see any more. One bean. I'll have to eat it. I'll eat it later. That's the sunflower that it cut off the head to. There's another one that's not growing as near as good. And there's my massive tomatoes. I cannot believe how huge these tomato plants have gotten. Let's see if we can. I'm going to actually climb in here today because there's a cucumber. Oh, I can see some cucumbers on there too. Yep, I got to get in there and pick. So that's why I'm going to climb in here. Look at all these tomatoes. I'm going to thin it out in here. I don't know how. I'm going to do something. You can see the tomatoes growing up through there. Definitely going to have a good supply of tomatoes this year. You can see the calendula coming through this part of the fence. It's a good crop of calendula right there. Another view of that jungle with the cucumber plant in the middle and the tomato sprawling. That's just one tomato plant on that side. It looks like about 5 because it's sprawling out everywhere. Some dill in the middle. There's another tomato plant. Oh, look at the size of the tomatoes in there. Oh, nice. And that is a weed which needs to come out. Oh, there's another bean plant. Scarlet runner. Another vine coming down the fence there on this side. And as you can see, more spaghetti squash. There's a nice sized one there. And these are the turnips. These ones didn't get as many aphids on, I think because they were spaced out more. There's some, but not as many. And then there's this row of beets there, which you can't even see right now. It's just overgrown with the turnips and vines from the spaghetti squash. And oh, look at this vine. It just goes right along the fence. Right there. You see little squashes starting to come. Those are the leeks back in there. I let some of the weeds grow up around the leeks to kind of shade the area. Sometimes that works. And then I just keep the weeds trimmed up a bit so they don't get too big. And that's another little spaghetti squash back there, which just kind of stayed small for some reason. And then way up there, it's way towering, must be about 9 feet high, sunflower. This one's even taller. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Look at it. I guess it's normal though for sunflowers. And here's another spaghetti squash plant that just kind of stayed cripplingly small. The tomato back there you can see. And there's a gorgeous sunflower. And there's another one. I'm gonna have lots of sunflower seeds this year. Very cool. I'm gonna take a picture of this, I think. That's cool. Okay, where were we? Oh, a really dried out little sunflower. Guess he never got a very good foothold. Right in this back corner. Onions didn't do very well either. They're really struggling. I don't know why. I did water them. These are some water barrels, which probably need filling. And here's the view from the back side. There's that one tomato plant there. Where did we go? And my herb garden. Zoom back out again. My herb garden there. The parsley, once it was cut down, that was it. It just, I don't know, just didn't produce. So maybe you need to plant fresh parsley every year. Don't know. Another little tomato plant that isn't doing very well. I need to stake that. Peppers are doing nice. Look at the peppers on there. And some carrots. I pulled a bunch of carrots the other day. Let me get closer here. Some of them are getting thick, like they're almost going to seed. I don't know why. Maybe it's just too hot and dry here. There's a turnip that wound up over in this part of the garden. I just left it. Some beets. And these are the turnips from this side that I cut down. They still seem to be doing okay. Zucchini. And the tomatoes. Well, there's more carrots along there. And tomatoes from this side. They're doing nice. They should be ripening up soon here. Hopefully you can see the tomatoes from there. And then we have another sunflower. So the rain barrel looks empty. I should fill that up. We still have the rest of August to go. And then these are rocks to stop the bunnies from getting under the fence where they got in through last year. And there's some kale that could be harvested right now. And these are the cucumbers that I planted on this kind of trellis thing. But they never did very well. I guess they didn't like the method that I used. They like just being planted in regular dirt, I guess. They do have some blossoms on, so we'll see what happens. Might still get some cucumbers. And the crinkly kale was all cut down. Look at this, just come right back up again. So we'll cut some more of that down, I guess, too. The more you cut, the more they grow. Another view of the tomatoes. There. Oh, there's a nice big zucchini back in there. See that? And then this is the other side of the fence. Better view of that tomato plant there. Lots of tomatoes. Kind of neat seeing this side of the garden this way. Take a picture of this too. Okay, you've seen the inside enough, so I'm just going to film if I see something really interesting. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit and relax and enjoy the garden. A couple pumpkins right there, another one back in there, another one over there, another one on that side. Oh, we got more pumpkins than what I thought. How many is that already? 6? That's pretty good from one plant. I just had to show the size of this zucchini flower. Oh, it's actually 2. That's why it looks so big in the distance. Are they pretty? Decided to go through my seeds and just see what else I have to plant, because I've got a few bare spots here and there that I can plant some more things. There's the potato row that I pulled out. And then back there in that far corner where those 3 sunflowers that I planted aren't doing very good, and there's some thistles back there. So I can clear that spot and I'll have that spot as well. And then there's a couple other little spots where I could plant some. I'm just not sure what to do. I was thinking maybe green onions, but I don't think I have any green onions left. I got really late in putting in my green onions this year. So this is actually all the seeds I have left. I have nothing left. Whoops, sorry. I don't even have it in frame. I don't have a whole lot of anything left. A little early to put in Brussels sprouts. Maybe, maybe not. Could try, I suppose. Broccoli. I mean, if I put in the Brussels sprouts and broccoli now, it might be a bit too early for a winter harvest, but you never know. Lettuce, it's a bit hot for lettuce. Try in the shady spots somewhere. Spinach, a little hot for spinach. Radishes, a little hot for radishes. I don't know. Cucumber, lettuce. Well, I guess I could just try some. We could put in more. We could put in more beets, but they might bolt before the summer's over. Well, I'll try a little bit of everything, and we'll just see what happens. I really like to put some green onions in, and I'm completely out. Nothing left. No green onions left at all. Put some winter turnips in too, but it might be early for that. Yeah, maybe I'll just experiment. Try a little bit of everything and see what does well this time of year and what doesn't.